My one and only stream for today. Admittedly, hectic stuff going on around here. Was rushing her to do a bunch of stuff before I actually got the stream up and running this morning. As a result of all the stuff that I'm doing, as you know, I can only do one stream today. I could only do one stream a couple days ago. Because I'm currently, I get gas. Woo! Jeez, excuse me, it's disgusting. Got stuff I'm working on for my taxes, and it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of stress, quite frankly. This morning I was doing a bunch of stuff, behind the scenes. And later tonight, I cannot do a late night stream because I have to sit down and crunch a ridiculous amount of numbers, get them together, submit them to my tax guy, and hope for the best, even though I don't even know if I'm going to finish it tonight. So, only one stream today, everyone. Today it's going to be the pre-stream podcast right now, and it's going to be Elden Ring afterward. There will be no second stream today, but we will get back to usual tomorrow with a double stream day. Now, depending on how much I get done tonight, we may actually have a double stream day on Monday, which I would love. I would absolutely love to play Skyrim on Monday night, but I'm not promising that. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I'm not that kind of guy. So I want to be sure that I'm giving myself enough time to get everything done, and therefore that's why I'm not promising that I will be here on Monday night. If everything goes well tonight, and I go through all of my stuff, and I get it all done, then Monday night I'll be here. Malcolm says I need an accountant. I mean, yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice to have an accountant. If you have any idea how much it costs, you wouldn't say that, because I already have a tax person who takes a lot of money to file taxes, and it's not, by the way, it's not just him. Anyone who has like a tax attorney or a tax office that does their taxes for a small business like mine, it's expensive, okay? It's worth it. They make sure everything's done correctly. They get you absolutely every opportunity of a write-off. But there's not much that you can do about it. You got to pay to get it done. And can you just imagine, on top of the fact that I'm paying someone to do the tax filings and everything for me, if I was paying someone to take all the data and crunch it themselves, forget it. Seriously, forget it. And on top of that, it's so complicated. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, just looking at, this business as a whole, the data about income, data about expenses and everything, like, you kind of need to know what it all is to understand it. Like, to a lay person, someone who has nothing to do with online streaming, nothing to do with online content creation, or anything to do with the kind of business this is, can you imagine trying to explain to them, okay, so I receive ad revenue for my on-demand videos and streams, and that comes in this form over here, and it's calculated like this. Oh, by the way, I also have a different revenue stream, and that comes in from memberships, that comes in from super chats and super stickers. Well, what's a super chat or super sticker? Now I gotta explain that. And what's a membership? Now I gotta explain that. All right, and here's the income that comes in from that source, and it looks different, and it comes in over here. Oh, by the way, I also have revenue from other various sources. I have a Patreon, and that's this kind of revenue, and it comes in from over here, and it looks like this. Oh, and by the way,
excuse me.
By the way, every day people come to my streams and contribute by tipping me, which helps out a ton, and that is this kind of income, and that comes in over here, and it looks like this. And every single day I have money coming in from these sources that must all be calculated in a certain way. And that's just the income side of it. You know what I mean? Like, now imagine trying to explain to someone how this works. Let me tell you, it wouldn't be cheap, because here's the thing. And this is the truth about when it comes to income, when it comes to accounting, when it comes to finance in general. If it's simple, if it's easy, it's usually cheap. Which is why most people who just have a 9-to-5 job can sit down and say, oh, I'm going to get TurboTax, or I'm going to get, what's the other one? QuickBooks. There's a QuickBooks one. There's like 2 or 3 different online programs you can use, and you literally say, here's my income document, or W-2 as it's called. Type in the numbers, and put in your name and address. Done. Took 10 minutes. You're done, right? So now, the more complex it gets on top of that, basically the more expensive it gets. You know, well, I have income from a ton of sources. I have all these different kinds of expenses for the business. There's different thresholds and criterias of what is able to be written off, what's not able to be written off. You know, I paid this amount of taxes in this month and this amount of taxes in this month. Was it enough? Was it not enough? Is there fees? Is there something involved? Is there not? Did I overpay? It's like, it's insanely complicated, to say the least. I'm pouring through spreadsheets of data, picking out income transactions and the like. And like I told you guys, in previous years, it was actually even easier than it is this year. This year, it's even harder because I have to go through different kinds of documents to get my data. Normally, it would all be there at a glance, but because I had identity theft and other things messed up happen to me last year, there are certain things that just don't exist anymore. That used to be an easy way to get this data. It's just not fun, all right? So I'm not going to go into monstrous details about this. It's just super annoying, and it is what it is, and it takes a lot of time. I already spent 3.5 hours on it the other night. I got to spend all of tonight on it, and I don't know if that's going to be enough. I just basically kind of started going through the data, and it's very annoying. It is very, very annoying. Das Bosch says, did tax codes change a few years ago? Honestly, Das Bosch, I have no idea. That's what I pay my tax attorney for, to figure that shit out. I know that at one point, what happened was less things can be written off on your taxes if you own a small business, but at the same time, they increased what they called like the default amount you can claim anyway. So it was like this thing is less, but this thing is more. And at some point, it kind of like, you know, adjusts or evens out. I have absolutely no idea if the tax code changing helped me or hurt me. I just give all the data. Numbers are crunched. I get told what I owe. That's how it works. And then I pay. Okay? So there you go. Anyway, obviously that's neither here nor there, and that's why I'm not going to go into detail about it. There's actually people, if you can believe this, Phil, why don't you stream you doing your taxes? And I'm like, what? I just want you to think about this for a second. Stream doing taxes. If you want to talk about the most absolutely ridiculous suggestion, the most stupid, over-the-top, lame-brain, dumb suggestion that could ever be made, stream doing someone's taxes. Why don't you stream yourself dealing with all of the personal data and financials behind your business, right? Totally couldn't be hurtful in any way to you, right? Oh, no. Oh, that would be... And by the way, I'm sure that would be super entertaining to most people, right? I mean, what the holy shit are you talking about? I don't know. People are just crazy, man. But anyway, that's why I'm not here tonight on the late stream. I would love to be here. I can't be. And I hope that things go well tonight and I can get through all the data. And then basically I could be here Monday night to stream, but there's absolutely no guarantee at this point. All right. And, you know, I'm not going to lie. There's anxiety going on, you know, whenever this time of year comes, and I face the inevitable fact that I didn't pay enough taxes every year, no matter what. Yeah, it's kind of a looming dread over my head. And some years it's worse than others, and this year it's, you know, I'm worried for various different reasons, which I won't disclose here because again, this is personal data here. But yeah, it makes me nervous about stuff. And what I like is that when I come on these streams now, I can kind of like unwind and not have to think about that. Then tonight I gotta fucking think about it all night, right? Like, ah, shit. So it is what it is. You know, but just so you guys know, that's why, and it sucks. I don't like having to talk about it. I don't like having to do it, obviously, but it's just a reality of life is when you get to a certain point, you own your own business and stuff like this, you got to deal with all the behind-the-scenes crap. So, that being said, let's have a good time on the one stream that I actually get to do here live with all of you today, all right? That being said, this is my only stream. So I would appreciate it, guys, if you like my content, if you like Elden Ring, but in general, if you just like, you know, me and you want to support the stuff, please support this stream. Essentially, this stream is supposed to make up for a whole day. You know what I'm saying? When I'm not going to be here for the second half. And I would appreciate it if you guys could support the stream today to hopefully make up for that. And And thank you to anyone who contributes in any way today. All right, tips obviously, are in general are good because those are things that I can spend towards important things this week coming up.